Mr. President,
Nobody
what was
knows.
what was your just general reaction to the way Biden handled the so-called press conference today? You know, he read quite a bit from reference notes, but he did take some questions. It was unusual, to say the least.
Well, they were strange questions, and they were asked in a very interesting way. It was like softballs, like you're throwing softballs up, and it's just a different world. It's nobody's seen anything like it. You know it. You know it better than anybody. You cover it so well, and it's very sad to watch. Actually, they're feeding him questions. They're easy questions.
In the room, there were some aides, including Kate Bedingfield, the communications director, and Jen Psaki, the press secretary. They were monitoring what he was saying. Looked like they were checking their phones to get the instant reaction. But while he was up there, he was pretty much on his own. Usually at the last few of these, and the last one that I can think of like this would have been in Wilmington, they had an aide off to the side with the list of reporters to call on. Today it was Biden with the list. And once they got through about an hour and 20 minutes, he was done. I'm not sure if that was the end of the list. If we were on it, he did not make it down that far.
I noticed Peter Doocy didn't get to ask a question today, and there could be no difficult questions. And they're ready to rip the microphone away if somebody did get a little bit testy. He just, look, the whole thing is ridiculous. You know it, and so do I.
Well, where was there Jim
the
Acosta?
Election, and so do
Mr. President, where was there Jim Acosta? I mean, they'd have Acosta like in your face every day, and others like
They don't have that, yeah. And if Jim Acosta were there, he'd ask very soft questions. It would be a whole different thing.
Final question about Biden's plans for the future. Watch.
Have you decided whether you are going to run for re-election in 2024? You haven't set up a re-election campaign yet, as your predecessor had by this time.
My predecessor needed to. My predecessor. Oh, God, I miss him. No, an answer is yes. My plan is to run for re-election. That's my expectation.
Your thoughts on what Biden would look like running again in a few years?
Well, I think it's a great question for him. That's just like all the other questions. They were all softballs. And that's a really nice question because you're sort of forgetting everything that's taken place over the last number of weeks and number of months. And you see what I see, and everybody sees it. And the press doesn't report it. And they understand it just as well as we do. It's a crazy life we're leading right now, but that's okay.